What if? Oh yeah, and we could just document it. It'd be like David Attenborough.
Sort of. Yeah, that sort of thing.
For anyone who doesn't know, David Attenborough is an old guy.
No.
Well, speaking of devastating, worst moment, any bad moments
Our
at the
worst
Fringe?
moment of the week.
Yeah, bad moment at the Fringe.
This is our segment.
You don't have to say it's a segment. They know.
I feel like because what if there's a new hey, new.
They're going to figure it out. Let's not cater for morons, and then our audience will be smarter.
We've been doing that for too long, man.
I really am a grounded guy. I cook my own meals.
No, you don't. You ordered a smoothie on the way here.
I'm ending the episode now because I'm just done.
And my worst moment of the week, which is our segment where basically...
Oh my fucking God. Just say it. Just say what the moment is.
We're chatting, right? We're chatting. And she's asking me some questions about, how is my pee? How is having checks, right?
Did you say, how is the Dream S&P?
No, how is my pee?
Oh, sorry.
That's me.
I heard, how is the pee?
Oh, shit, the X I like. That's you. No, it wasn't borderlining on trauma. That'd be too much. But it was bad, man. Right. So it started as all of my great worst moments start. I really needed a piss.
Oh my God. Every week with you, you piss yourself. Did you piss yourself? Just before we get into it, do you end up pissing yourself at some point?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Well, now I'm locked in.
Only dirty little people eat ketchup.
Yeah, dirty kids. You know what I think of ketchup? Dirty, snotty kids.
And you imagine
it's around their
parties.
mouths.
Yeah.
And now they're going into a play area with a bit of ketchup on their fingers and putting it on stuff.
Oh,
You're
no.
mean. You're mean if you eat that stuff. I hate it.
Yeah, because Molly says you're meant to use soap after a piss. But I'm not about that life.
You're meant to use soap.
That is bullshit. That is complete. I'm not being funny. I'm not going to let the woke left ruin my pisses. If Molly goes, want to try this new food, Tom, I get really cross. I'm just like, I really don't. Especially if it's a food that other people would eat in the school canteen. It's them childhood ones, isn't it?
Yeah, it's childhood. Like when I was a kid, I just kind of decided there are certain foods that I don't like, even though I'd never tried them. And it's like my brain's like formed like concrete. And like now it's just like adamant that is fact and there's no way of changing it. And those Muppets would have been, so soggy. I bet those Muppets smelt foul afterwards. Damp Muppets. Anyway, look, sounds like an insult. I'm just not saying that to me, you fucking damp Muppet.
It was about 9
some kids are starving. And you sobbed because you were forced to eat a sandwich on a plate.
These kids didn't have to try this cheese sandwich.
If these starving kids were presented with this cheese sandwich,
telling you, man,
they'd turn it down.
We have this segment that we
I can't handle that this week, man. I can't handle you over-explaining this segment.
We do where each week we both say what the worst moment of our weeks is, and then whoever's is the worst.
And every week, Tom has to explain that as if people wouldn't just
what
pick
if there's
it up.
someone new?
Who do you think these people are? Dribbling idiots? Do you really think people are sat there watching their television just sort of like...
They're not basketball players.
Whenever we do a barbecue, my uncle goes, "Hey, are you making that couscous?" And he does. And it's lovely. It's delicious.
If AD tried to hand me his couscous, I give him the Dick and Dom, which for audio listeners is my fists. All right, and for visual listeners, you've already seen. And then this cheese, right? What's my worst moment of the week?
Yeah, go on.
That's our beginning segment.
I've eaten bull testicles, alligator, ostrich, crickets, fish eggs, but like not like the.
What are you doing, man?
I'm just listening.
They just let you loose in the zoo.
what a day!
It was a vlog you never got to post. No, because I must have told you when that flight attendant, when I was really, really tired and they wouldn't give me any more water because I thought they were being unreasonable, and now I know I was being unreasonable.
Because how many had you had so far?
Like 4. Everyone was asleep and we'd been on this plane for like 8 hours and I was stood there. It was on the way back from the America tour. Like,
you went into their bit.
Yeah, I went into their bit and I was like, give them more water, and they rolled their eyes at me and were like, you should have prepped your own water if you wanted this much. And I thought they were being a dickhead, and now I know I was actually being a dickhead, demanding all of the water like some cruel prank. I had the maddest, most profound worst moment of the week. All right, it was more like a visit from God.
All right. And you're describing it as your worst moment of the week.
Yeah,
that's no more Christian viewers. You know what? There's no more viewers, religious viewers. They're all gone. You describe meeting God as your worst moment of the week.
I went out and I was going there thinking, gonna get recognised a lot, I am. Oh gosh, it might be a busy one for me. And then I go, and there's 92,000 people All of them, teenage girls.
Which generally, this to make him look less weird, are generally the type of people that recognise us.
And not one comes up to me. And I was at the point where I was almost going, yeah, Lemannberg? It's me! It's me! Or I was watching this film, Uncut Gems, and I thought it was the inside of an ear. Thought it was the inside of an ear, and it slowly pans out, and it's up his arsehole, and I was eating, and I spat out my steak. It just didn't feel right to eat meat. Anyway, you go on.
And remember, we love you. I've decided I like it.
Oh, no. Oh, good. So let's do it together. 3, 2, 1.
We love you.
And join us on the pair.
There was this one Joker themed room, and Harry's like, "Is the Joker going to come out?" Because it's like kind of like it feels scary. It feels like a scare actor's going to come out. And I went, "Yeah, he's here." And did that in his face, but like quiet-ish.
Yeah.
And Harry, full volume, went, "Ah, ah," and just started screaming at me. And he just did his Harry. Harry has this thing. If you ever meet average Harry, don't ever let him ask. He'll do this thing where he'll like tell you about a fabric, or maybe he's just had his hair cut and be like, feel it. And you'll innocently fulfill his request of feeling his hair or his hat or something. And then he'll do this in public, by the way. And then you know this. He's done it to everyone. He did this to me in a burger place, late night. We're starving. We've just been out having a few drinks. Get a burger late night. Everyone's tired. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, I've just had my haircut. Feel it." It goes to touch his head, and he goes, "Oh, don't touch me! What are you doing?" And he screams at you and makes you seem like this like perv that's trying to touch his head.
He did it to me. It was on the London Underground, and he was stood there, and I stood here, and he went, "Oh, wait, do you want to just play the touch my arm game?" And I went, "Yeah, sure."
It's not even a good one.
And I was like, "Oh, it was something like that."
Good excuse.
And so I went to touch his arm, and I didn't know what it was, and then he just screamed, "Why is pervert touching my arm?" And he just screamed that at me, and then the doors opened and he ran out, and all of the carriage was staring at me, and it was also my stop. I felt like it was like, and then from outside he was like, don't chase me. It was properly horrible. Now, Phil, I don't know if you've seen this podcast before.
I have.
But we have segments.
My God.
Segments.
You keep saying segments. Why does he keep doing it?
He just has to mention that it's a segment every week.
What your worst moment of the week?
Oh, we're bringing that back.
Come on, man.
Are we bringing that back?
The kids have been asking for it. The kids at home.
Have the kids been asking?
I'm reading what they're saying. They're mean.
I do like that there's someone there to hold me accountable, because it means I get more done, but I also don't like it because sometimes I don't want to be accountable. I just want to be a boy.
You just want to be a boy.
So, Phil, what was your worst moment of the week?
I had a little bit.
Yeah. Then one girl was really excited to meet me, and then she went, "You look edited in." And I went, "All right."
I kind of took his bin to his door and rang the doorbell, knowing he was on holiday, and left him a lovely little message. And
what was the message?
It's basically just, in the most polite way possible, stop putting fucking shit in my bin. I've literally caught you twice, you dickhead. And there's in the middle of the message.
It was almost the most Geordie you've ever sounded. Fucking caught you twice.
Can you imagine opening your Ring doorbell app, trying to watch like fisheye, Phil's at Minecraft going, "Get your fucking bins out my fucking..."
The actual gall to bring it up and say he can do that, he's allowed. And I was like,
"Oh, no,
you're not allowed." And he's like,
in front of his kids.
"Yeah, his kids are right there." It gets better, right? So I'm like,
punt his kids. Dickhead, put rubbish in my bin. Bang! Roundhouse kick your daughter. That's what happens. Phil's a Minecraft.
Phil, here's what you do, right? Next time this geezer comes over, right?
He's just not, though.
If he does, here's what you do. You grab your hand, you grab him by the throat, and you put him up to a wall, and you go, "Now you listen to me, little man."
It's assault.
These are the same hands that fucking blew up Lemannberg. And if you think I can't blow up your life as well, I fucking will.
Jesus Christ.
Never mess you again.
I'm sure that'll go down.
Trust me.
Amazing.
I think
Do you know how many
bullies
bullies I've stopped by going, "If I can survive the exile arc, then I can survive this." A lot.
He's like still stuck there.
He hasn't moved on.
He has not moved. It's like his trauma he has to work through.
Do you ever piss yourself?
I have when I laughed really hard.
But like a lot, though. Like a lot.
No.
Like a lot. Like a few times a week.
No.
Do you ever have to shake so much at a urinal that it looks like you're jerking off, but you're not? You're just shaking hard.
Is this you talking about you?
No.
What's happening? What's happening with your pee, Tom?
Don't call it that.
My question for you is, I'm saying the internet, but I sort of more mean like video streaming, sort of like the stuff we do, like social media content. Where do you think it's headed? And are you optimistic about that or not? Maybe that'll come through in the answer, but I'm just curious.
I'm guessing you're not, based on that Jeff Goldblum noise.
It's an interesting noise.
AI terrifies me. I genuinely think a lot of content is going to be so like difficult to see if it's real or not, or true, or like genuine, that people are just going to become disinterested in it, and there's going to be a big shift away to something else that's more real, like in life stuff, like
theater.
It's going to get to the point, because we can literally see the progression of how it's improved from being really, really shit to really scarily good in such a short amount of time. And like, I would say in about like 5 to 6 years, it's going to be like way too difficult to differentiate and like detect if something is AI, and people are just going to naturally just shift away.
I'm hoping laws get involved. I think there's so many, especially in the States, there's so many unions, actors unions, and things like that. There's so much that is protecting things that I'm hoping that like leak, because I think the loss of job. I know there's a lot of money to be made on social media, but I think the loss of jobs in more traditional industries and managers and sort of, there's so many jobs that disappear that I think surely the law has to intervene at some point. I think already like YouTube makes you mark like videos as created by AI, and stuff. But I think
Instagram
surely
as well, but there's got to be some like control over it. Otherwise,
so
if it's uncontrolled, it's gonna
be Do you think the internet is a net good? Do you think it's good?
I think it's a net good. Yeah. It's brought everyone closer together, good or bad.
It's made everyone well sad.
It has made people well sad, but it's also made people well happy. Like, it's genuinely
He wouldn't have his wife without the internet, though, would he?
That is true.
And I wouldn't have my girlfriend either.
I wouldn't have my girlfriend either.
Yeah.
Shit.
Tinder.
The internet has brought us women.
Well, isn't exactly how I would have said love, but sure, you can phrase it that way if you'd like. I think the internet is a net positive. I think there's a lot of. Sometimes I think that, but then sometimes I do think I think how often people long for simple lives these days.
I grew up without the internet though, so like I can literally say that it's better with.
What was
the
it
internet.
like without the internet?
Sure, okay, you actually had that perspective. That's a very good point, Phil.
It was generally better. But like, I still like loved that I got to not have be chronically online.
What was that like? Like, really? I've never. 90, there won't be a generation that didn't have the internet.
Oh yeah.
That's.
I mean, the generation of kids that grew up without the internet is long gone. There's no more children that grew up without the internet.
So we were already the last generation, really. We were the sort of
we just like. I think I find that overwhelming though. Like the sort of like the unlimited choices you have today as to things you can do almost immobilize me. Almost like I don't know what to like. I find when I go back home.
I know you're not the only one that feels like that.
Yeah, no. It's like when I go back home, because I grew up in like sort of middle of nowhere, and like sort of the lack of options, I almost kind of like. I kind of like going like, okay, I have about 3 things I can do right now. Pick one of them.
Like unplug from like the crazy amount of choice.
Yeah, I find that really refreshing.
But here's my new suggestion. Every episode, we open it with a little chant. Shut up, I'm talking. Shut up, I'm talking. Shut up, I'm talking. Shut up, I'm talking. Shut up, I'm talking.
Shut up, I'm talking.
On Dan TDM. Yes, we got on Dan TDM, all right?
Yes!
You ready? You want to do that?
Yep. Very excited about that.
Okay, all right.
I feel like even now, the learning curve for Minecraft is pretty steep.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Like,
are you having to teach the kids?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Sure.
And it's really hard to explain to them, like, oh, you have to do this, and this, and this. It's like, I'm surprised kids even play it, to be honest. Like, the survival mode is actually quite a steep learning curve.
Yeah. I've never finished it. So that sounds about right.
Impressive.
What do you mean?
What do you mean impressive? I've never beat Minecraft.
Twat.
I get about like a few hours in to a world, and then I think, oh, I'd love to start again.
But I imagine our generation, would have been better at Minecraft than these. Not, I'm sure your kids are smart, but like do you know what I mean?
Why? What do you think of the current generation? Are you getting old?
No, I'm just
already having.
They're just, they're not going to pick up survival as quick, are they?
Why?
Because they're. No, I'm sure not Asher.
This one is, there was a fire at one of ours,
Yeah,
in one
that's
of our
mad.
shows.
What happened?
So someone spilt a drink on a light in the floor. So this wasn't our fault whatsoever. So someone spilled a drink on a light, and that caught fire to a chair and to a kid's t-shirt.
Wait, a kid. Wait, a child. Wait.
And I got set on fire.
You said a kid's t-shirt. Now, do you mean there was a t-shirt, or was the
No,
kid
they
wearing
were wearing it because I met them afterwards, and there was like a burn mark up.
So wait, a kid got set on fire at your show?
Yeah, but it wasn't our fault.
No, I'm sure it wasn't your fault. But fuck it.
Okay, I know you got set on fire, but do you want to go meet Daddy?